I went to school just to please my dad, developed some anger as aftermath. I fell off the course while you wait for a Porsche. I'm coming in late off a helipad. I ain't got that money, my nose always running.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? So I was in, I think it was Mandrill's chat yesterday. If you don't know Mandrills, I'll link them in the description. But they're a new upcoming project. I'll show them really quick. Mandrills. Go to the sneak peeks. You can see what they look like. I actually think this artwork is pretty freaking sick, but you know, everybody has their own taste. You're gonna do what you're gonna do. You're gonna buy, you're gonna not buy. But I think it looks pretty cool. It is what it is. I'm trying to get whitelisted personally because I think it's pretty cool. But anyways, what I'm talking about is how to profit. I asked somebody in their chat, I was like, what's a topic that, you know, new people to Cardano are kind of looking for? And they said they want to know how to profit on these projects. So I know this is going to be a little different for everybody. You know, if you have a bigger wallet, you can spend more. If you have a high risk tolerance, you can spend more, that sort of thing. But we're going to go and we're just going to talk about overall what you should be looking at. So just like stocks and crypto, there's charts, right? So I'm going to be looking at AdaPunks for today. So first off, I'd go to the CNFT marketplace, and at the moment CNFT is .io is still the most popular marketplace, so this is still where I'd go to look first. And you'd see that their floor at the moment, you know, AdaPunks, no auction, and lowest, so their floor is 91. And then I'd click here and I'd see, okay, it says plus 17 and they've only not sent twice, so this is likely the actual floor because they're probably going to send this. It looks like they have, you know, a pretty good rating. So you go back and then you go over to CNFT Analytics .io, and you're gonna look at the prices. So you can see that it went crazy, went parabolic, and then it dropped off really hard. So this is the total amount of NFTs sold, and 119 were sold today, as opposed to, or maybe this is yesterday because the chart's not updated. But yeah, this is about half, you know, from even lower than half, from 350. So they're getting cut in half at the moment, and same with the ADA volume. The medium price is starting to flatten out. You can see it kind of rounding here, and then this is where I'd probably look the most. So you look here, this is 234. Okay, then it got a little lower. Okay, 218, then it went even lower, 135, then it went crazy, 333, then it came down, 169, and then this is the recent medium from the parabolic medium. So I'd be looking at about 180 is probably where I think it would be tapping out. And you can see right here it tapped out at 179. So it doesn't mean that this is going to be over with, though, because there's an influx of new users coming into Cardano at the moment. So this is going to be kind of hard to say like, oh yeah, just look at the past chart, because this was the past chart of a lot less members and of initial hype. Now this is going to be the future chart of now with more members and new hype. And AdaPunks specifically has a lot of new hype. They announced that they're going to have their metaverse passes yesterday, and their metaverse passes are going to be 5K. There's going to be 5K of them, rather. They're going to be 20 ADA a piece, and you can only get one if you own a punk. So this is going to cause people to buy AdaPunks. However, there has been a dip after that announcement. So maybe it's a, you know, sell the news type of announcement, which does happen. But it wouldn't surprise me if this kind of went down a little bit and then spiked back up. So just be looking for something like that. That's a very possible thing. However, I wouldn't be buying if it's at this 180 level. If, you know, like, because this is the first time it hit 180 since back here. This isn't a time to buy at 180. This is a time to buy on the retracement. And at the moment, the retracement is hitting 91. And let's refresh again just to make sure. Not InstaSwap. So it actually went down to 90. Let's see if this is actually legit. This guy looks legit as well. So the price is continuing to drop slowly. And this is a time where you could decide, maybe I want to buy in, because 180, 90 is half of that. And a lot of times people buy when it's half of the top because people like to double. So this is where I would start to be looking. The next thing I want to talk about is mindset. Now, it's extremely hard if you only own one of these assets. And let's say you bought at 90, now it hits 180, and you're like, well, what if this is the next Boss Cat Rocket Club? Like, what if, you know, and your mind starts going and you're like, oh, I could quit my job. Oh, 1000x gains. Oh, like, no. This is where I have my own personal taste, and this is what I'm going to recommend to people. I would say buy 3. if you really want to get into a project and you want to, let's say, double your money and you want to buy at, let's say, 90 and try to flip when it hits 180, then be a robot. Sell 2 at 180 or 1 at 180, at least one of them. And now you've doubled your money. You've got, let's say you have most of your money back. You're still 90 ADA in it, and you own 2 NFTs if you only sold 1. So now you basically have 1 for the price of 2. If the price dips, then you're not so bad off. And if you sold 2, then you're in the profits now, and you're holding 1 for free, essentially. And now you can just hold it for literally ever. And your mindset is so much better because you've made your money and you're still in the play. That is how I would do it. It's really hard if you only own one of these to like try to pick the top and try to pick the bottom. You're not going to do so well. And this is a lot of people's struggle in stocks and crypto in general. They try to buy a bunch of it and then they're like, oh, well, I don't have a lot, so I want to buy the bottom and I want to sell the top, because I don't have a lot, so I need to make it as much as I can. Well, if you think about it, you'd be doing just fine if you made 80% and then sold and then waited a few months and then bought the bottom again and then made 80% and sold. Or you can just hold it for literally ever and then you're only up 100% one time. You'd make way more money if you actually sold the 80% twice. So this is what I would do. So there's one other method to try to profit. And this is going to be to kind of look into the future and to find some OG projects that you still believe in. And this is personally one of my favorite ways to do it, because you can look at all these projects like Boss Cats and such and be like, oh dude, I wish I knew about it when it was only mint price of 20 ADA, or the floor was 50, like I so would have bought then, and da 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 da. You can always look back and make these easy predictions and say I would have, but no, this is what you're actually going to do. This is an OG project. This is Tiger Society. It's got almost 7.5k members in the Discord, and during December, the very last day of December, so New Year's, they announced their 3D models, and this is updating your current NFT. So if you own an NFT, this is going to be an update. You don't have to pay for this. And this is going to be used as a humanist model. So it's going to be, instead of a 4-legged tiger, it's going to be a humanoid but tiger in their game. So this is what I like to see. This is going to be updated in the future. I don't know when they're going to be fully ready, but this is what it looks like fully rendered, and I like it. So this is my conviction. This is, why I want to buy in. So let's go look and see what their floor price is. Now they have some cubs, and these are their cub floor prices of 8 ADA, which is really cheap, but I don't know why you would want a cub yet, right? They haven't talked about their cubs, and I know this because I looked in the Discord and I did my own research. So you would have to look a little bit more than just like, oh, I see a 3D asset and I like it. But, personally I know a bit more because I've been following the project for a while. So I'm going to go look at their tigers, right? Because they're updating their tigers. They said this. So we'll look here. We'll look at their floor. All right, that's a legit floor. So 20 is the floor. It did this last time. I don't know why it does this. All right, well, we're back. CNFT.io is having some weird things, so I just skipped to looking at their mutants. So their mutants are actually something I bought about a week or 2 ago. I bought one. It was a floor price of 39 because I believed in it, and now the price has jumped up to 69, so that's pretty cool. Their mutant event is done. Normally, you would send your tiger, and you would send these potions that were airdropped to you, and you would get your mutant. So that is over with. They did say that your mutant will have more benefits in the game than the regular tigers. There will be breeding as well, so at the very least you probably want to own 2 tigers and maybe a mutant. I don't know. Cubs will likely develop into tigers later if there's like a time effect, but this is all speculation. Anyways, I'm gonna now go over and look at their analytics. So this is Tiger Society, and we can see that we cannot base our trades off of a chart because there is essentially no chart. It's just a flat line of, you could look at this as like a failed project if you're just going off of price, right? But they've been developing, they've been doing things. So it's not just a project that's failed. It's just a project that hasn't gained any traction. So this is why I'd like to buy it. And this is a bit of a gamble, but again, this isn't a gamble in my eyes because I like the team. I see that it's been around for a while and they're continuing to develop. So it's not gone. But this is what you're looking at. These are the average prices, and I would say if the prices start to move up, you could probably see here 54 to 80 is going to be where I would no longer be buying again. Just like with ADA Punks, we saw that as 180. We can see this here as about 50 to 85 in that range. That's when you're going to want to sell maybe a few of these. I want to thank everybody who stuck around for the entire video, and I'm going to give y'all a little teaser, just a little snippet. There's Woodlords dropping today. It'll probably be dropping in about 2 hours from release of this video. It's going to be at about 3 p.m. Eastern time or 20 UTC. So, if you want it, here it is. It's going to be a drop of Season 1, which is only going to be 1,000. And it's going to be a 65 ADA mint price, which is a bit high, but there are only 1,000. But basically what they do is they find these pieces of wood, they carve them, they take pictures of them, and then they turn it into digital art from their handcrafted pieces. So this is likely why they're only going to be able to do 1,000 at a time, because they're handcrafting these things. It looks pretty cool. You can go ahead and mint if you'd like. It's going to be happening in about 2 hours from release of this video. So good luck to anybody trying to do that. Anyways, this is Atlantic. I appreciate you guys for watching. Remember to get outside, see your family, see your friends. We're here to make money so we can spend more time with them. Like and subscribe if you're a homie. And until next time, peace.
I get it like a G, but it never came easy. You got me coughing up a lung, I wish I rap like Wheezy. I keep my pace, so I'm sorry that I'm breezy. Keep my sneaks laced, cause I can't afford Yeezys. I don't want the gold, give me BTC. Y'all be acting crazy.